Today on Treasure Hunting America, we'll meet Nina, an energetic treasure hunter who's had incredible luck finding Civil War items from her own backyard.
Most of the Army of the Potomac came through here, and they were camped here before the Battle of Gettysburg, and on the way out, they came back through. Found a lot of things, have no idea what they are. And my little boy had played in the dirt. Logan apparently had found a CS belt buckle. We didn't know that at the time.
And we'll also visit with high school teacher and archaeologist David Wilson, who looks for artifacts in Virginia dating back to his great-great-grandfather's service with the Confederate States.
I actually grew up, hearing stories about how my grandfather would plow up cannonballs and bayonets. It's a great hobby, and it's potentially very lucrative. It, at times, has put bread on the table for me. I know of some people who have definitely made a living off of it.
All coming up on Treasure Hunting America. Hello and welcome to another episode of Treasure Hunting America. I'm your host, Mark Hendricks. For the next half hour, we'll share some amazing stories of everyday treasure hunters across the country. At first glance, Nina isn't what you'd expect in an avid treasure hunter, but after her 3-year-old son found a $5,000 Confederate belt plate deep in his sandbox, she was hooked.
The way I got started into metal detecting was out back here at my house. We were digging a fish pond, and my little boy had played in the dirt. He had something, he kept burying it, and then he would dig it up, rebury it, dig it up. So that evening, we had come in, I was doing laundry, and I heard something in the wash machine. It was making a noise, so I stopped the washer. I pulled it out, and I saw the CS, and I was like, oh my, where did you get this? And he said he found it in the dirt. So from that point on, basically, I've just been overwhelmed with the whole idea of finding things. I had no idea how much it was worth or anything like that. I was told it's up to about 5,000. We start to find buttons and coins. Found a lot of things, have no idea what they are. When I got my metal detector, I dug everything. We're so close to Gettysburg, and the Civil War soldiers, they did come through this area, and they were camped here before the Battle of Gettysburg, and on the way out, they came back through. I did a little research, and I found it was the 1st, the 3rd, and the 11th Corps that were actually camped here. This is actually what got me started in the world of metal detecting. It is a CS belt buckle. This is actually part of a 2-piece belt buckle. This is called the tongue, and there's another section that goes around which is called the wreath. And the CS stands for Confederate States. I love to get my hands dirty. I don't mind it at all. I'd rather get my hands dirty than do housework. I hate housework. It's so much fun. And when I get out there, all my worries and problems, they leave my body. A lot of people probably wouldn't believe this, but I have actually lost 30 pounds metal detecting. Once you start finding things, you know you've got a good area, you don't want to stop. You just want to keep going. I always feel as though I'm going to find the mother lode. One day I'm going to hit it. I know it, it's out there somewhere. It's very addicting. The way this has changed my life, I had been in a really bad marriage. I had lost my self-esteem, had nothing to look forward to. And once I started to metal detect, I felt good about myself. I started finding all these really neat things, and then I shared it with my friends and my family, and A lot of people, I believe, were intrigued by the fact that I was a woman and I got out there and I was doing all these things and going here and going there, and that's changed my life. The whole concept of metal detecting, it is now my life.
When we return, Nina will show us her favorite finds, a collection of Gardner explosive bullets. Welcome back to Treasure Hunting America. With just a few years into the hobby, Nina has had incredible luck with her finds. Some treasure hunters with a lot more experience than her have become a little envious of her amazing treasure trove.
There are a lot of guys around here that metal detect, and as far as I know, I'm kind of like the only woman in this area that's really into it. I don't want to sound egotistical or anything like that, but they are envious of me, I know it. I had been in a shop in Gettysburg showing my find, and I heard another guy from the same area where I live, he was there, and he goes, I don't know who she is and I don't know where she's finding this stuff. So I was like, wow, you know, with the attitude. I know I've been followed before. I've actually have worn my father's old camouflage hunting archery outfit to try to stay undercover. So there are guys who are fanatics when it comes to metal detecting. So I've come to a location today where I believe this is a very old property. The buildings are old. I would say this house is possibly maybe built in the mid-1800s. I contacted the landowner, and this property is posted no trespassing, but fortunately for me, he has given me permission. So hopefully we're going to find something today and I'll be proud. I'd love to go in the basement of this old house, but I promised the owner that I would not go into the house, so. Okay, we got a good hit. It's not very deep. Normally when it's not so deep, it's nothing good. And that's just, looks like some kind of metal box.